Hey folks, it's Jeremy, the host of Blammo. Thanks so much for listening. This is a preview of one of our exclusive shows on Patreon. These are member-supported shows, meaning they only happen because of our incredible members and community. So check out a preview of the episode, and if you like it, consider joining us on Patreon at patreon.com/Blammo, where we have tons of exclusive Blammo episodes, shows, our amazing Slack group, and we're adding new things for members all the time. If not, no worries, we still love you, and we literally have hundreds of episodes of Blammo all free for you to dive into. Thanks so much.
Hey, Derek.
Hey, Peter.
How you doing?
Doing pretty well.
We're going to start a new series, and it's going to be about how to spend money
frivolously and irresponsibly.
You just give me your money, and I'll spend it frivolously.
Yeah.
Well, this was born because many people will ask, I would like to redo my wardrobe. And people have different levels of expendable income.
Sure.
So we don't want to start with the most ridiculous, but we're going to start with something that we feel is relatively attainable. You don't have to buy all of this at once. We're not saying go out and drop this amount of cash tomorrow, unless you can. And if you can, then great. But if you can't, then definitely think of this as something that you can put some money aside, $5 every year. By the time you're 80, you can afford some of this.
Yeah. I mean, so Peter and I are laughing because it's a 3-part episode. It's going to be about how to build a wardrobe given certain budget constraints. And the budget that we're starting with is $3,000. And I just want to say, as someone who, has been writing about clothing for a long time, I can already hear some of you going, $3,000.
I have children.
Listen, couple things. One, you don't need to spend the $3,000 all at once. You can spread over 5 years, $600 a year. I will also recognize that $600 a year is a lot of money, but we also want to make this to be somewhat interesting clothes, right? So if we did $600 stretched over 6 years, it's like Target clothes. So we're trying to hit that sweet spot where within the $3,000 budget stretched over 5 years, the idea of building a wardrobe slowly, you can also think of certain things that, you might want to pick out from these lists. We also wanted to do these lists not for an imaginary person, but for ourselves, so that it's a little bit more of our personality and preferences come through. Because I think if we're doing this for an imaginary person, quite honestly, it's going to be like, go to Uniqlo and get chinos and go to Levi's and get 501s, which, if you've been listening to our pod for a while, you probably already know all of that. So we wanted to have a hot debate on a $3,000 wardrobe. If everything was gone tomorrow and someone gave you $3,000, you had to spend it all. Nothing will land in your pocket if you don't spend it all. What would you buy personally?
So I'll start. Tailoring. Spear and McKay is a great go-to. I've recommended them many times. So is Derek. Both of us know that there are different levels of tailoring, but bang for your buck, Spear and McKay is a great place to start. They make a sport coat in Minis Mock Lino, which is admittedly higher than your basic sport coat. But I will argue that the Minis Mock Lino is probably, for the cost, the most versatile sport coat material that you could buy. It's a really nice texture that no one will mistake for being an orphaned suit coat. It's breathable, it travels well, it resists wrinkles, it holds its shape. It's a great sport coat. It is $462. That includes tariffs coming into the United States.
Okay.
That's my first recommendation. Sport coat is a great all-around garment. You can wear it with jeans. You can wear it with chinos. You can wear it with gray trousers. So you can dress it up. You can dress it down. You can pop the collar. You can roll the sleeves up. There's many things you can do to make this yours. And the Mock Lino is a great place to start. So that's $462. With that, since we're along the lines of tailoring, I recommend Kit Blake light gray tropical wool trousers in the Alex cut. Now, these are admittedly more expensive than your typical trousers, but the Alex cut is really nice. It has a high waist. It falls very nicely. Tropical wool is a great pair of pants that will travel well, so you can wear them anywhere. You can wear them in most climates. I'm thinking you could also get flannel, but since we're getting into spring, summer, and fall, these are pretty much 3-season fabric pants
Yeah.
that you can wear in anything but the most cold climates.
That Alex cut looks pretty good. High-waisted double forward pleats.
Double forward pleats.
Which I'm usually a little bit skeptical of for odd trousers, but they look pretty good online.
They do. I have a pair in Fox 14-ounce flannel in charcoal, and they fit really nicely. They hang very well. They're cut well. The back rise is really nice. You can adjust them according to what you want, and you can get different trousers as well. You can get trousers from Banana Republic. I saw that were really nice, but I think these are a great buy. They have side tabs. They have brace buttons built in. You can wear braces if you want. It's just a really nice, solidly built pair of trousers in a really good fabric.
Okay.
That travels very well and is very versatile.
All right.
Next up are a pair of dress shirts. I like, for Oxford cloth button-down shirts, I really like Kamakura. I have 2 or 3 of them in my closet.
Yeah.
They are probably the closest to the 60s Oxford cloth button-down style that you can get that's made today at a relatively reasonable price. They're $140, which I understand is more than what most people are used to paying. But they use really nice Oxford cloth. It wears in very nicely. As it ages really well. It's very robust. I recommend the New York fit. You can get slim or classic, depending on what you want. But the New York is a nice, solid middle ground. I recommend 1 each in white and blue. You can wear them with jeans. You can wear them with proper trousers. They're super versatile. An Oxford cloth button down is just an extremely versatile shirt that you can wear in pretty much all but the most formal occasions.
Yeah. Also
included in that tailoring bit, but also spills into something casual, is a used coat from eBay. I saw one, a Pendleton belted overcoat in a really nice tweed for $250.
Yeah.
It's a great deal. I always recommend people to look on eBay, especially for overcoats, because you don't have to get anything that fits perfectly. The kind of fabrics that they used for the past 100 years are just as good today as they were back then.
Yeah.
Many people didn't wear them often.
Yeah.
Just a couple times a season, so they last a really long time. And these Pendletons were all made in the USA.
Yeah.
And $250 for a belted overcoat, you're never going to beat that online. Next, and this overcoat spills into casual wear, so you can wear this with both tailoring and casual wear. We'll get into that. For casual wear, I chose a pair of jeans and a pair of chinos to put over your legs. So I've got Gustin, which in my mind is probably the best deal that you can find for US made, Bay Area made for that matter, jeans. These are their Cone Mills jeans. They're cheaper ones. You can get some that are made in Japan that are a little, or denim that comes from Japan that is a little bit more. But I like the Cone Mills because it's part of American history.
Yeah.
And Cone Mills doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah. There's a bit of coolness in the fact that it's a discontinued fabric.
Yeah. They come in they have 3 different fits. I recommend their most relaxed fit.
The vintage straight.
The vintage straight.
Have you tried that?
I haven't. You have.
I have. It fits really well.
I mean, their classic to me is slim. Their slim is for certain people.
Yeah.
But I would recommend, based on your recommendations and based on their measurements, because they do list the measurements there.
Yes. Their vintage straight is like in the ballpark of Levi's 1947 version of the 501s.
Oh, nice.
So people who don't know, Levi's has done 501s for decades, but the fit of the 501 has changed. And if you think of like James Dean, leaning against a wall, wearing a pair of Levi's 501s, you're imagining the 1947 version.
Yeah.
And so it's weird because they haven't, they don't have many photos online of how the vintage straight fits. But to me, that's the fit that you'd want if you don't want something too slim.
And they're made in the US from US made denim in salvage that will age beautifully. You're not going to get anything close to that in that price range. The next closest will be $200 or $300.
Yeah, easily.
But I also wanted to include a pair of chinos. I'm more of a jeans guy. I do like chinos. I'm wearing chinos right now. And Flint and Tinder, which falls under Huckberry, Huckberry has used creatives from people that have worked for Taylor Stitch, people that have worked for other companies that are really knowledgeable about workwear, and they'll make them with really cool styles. But you're looking at the quality of like J. Crew. So you're not going to get like Japanese salvage denim. You can find them from time to time, but it'll be basic material, basic chino material. These from Flint and Tinder are a nice one pleat chino in a classic fit. So a little bit roomier, but not crazy roomy for $50.
Yeah.
On sale. Originally about $100. So that is $50 for those. J. Crew, their Wallace and Barn line, makes a nice chambray shirt. And there's a lot of chambray shirts out there. This one, though, in particular, I really like because of the pocket style. It had a kind of a little bit of a vintage look to it. It's not super vintage, but it's got an asymmetrical pocket with a flap. It's got one with a pen pocket and an open button. It's great. You can wear this when you feel like something a little less dressy than an Oxford cloth button down.
Yeah.
It looks great with jeans. It looks great with chinos. Next on the list is now this is going to sound funny, but I've got two.
Okay.
For regular t-shirts. So for regular t-shirts that you don't mind getting nasty, you wear them when you do your dirtiest work, or you wear them as an undershirt. You don't really care what they look like to other people. Just your basic Hanes 4-pack of white tees, $18. Easy. If you feel like wearing something better, because I like t-shirts. I like how they look under outerwear, under denim jackets, like a Lee's 101, but I don't like how they look under just flimsy Hanes t-shirts. Buck Mason makes made in the USA, cotton grown in the USA, a 2-pack of their hefty tubular tee for $88, which is much more expensive, obviously, than $18.
Is that their tough knit fabric?
It's their tough knit fabric.
It's
what I'm wearing right now.
That's the fabric that they make. What is it in Pennsylvania?
In Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Pennsylvania. So they bought a mill. Now they're making their own fabric, and I think they like trademarked that name. It's a loop-wheeled fabric, so no side seams.
Yeah,
and it's got like it's
got a reinforced collar.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have.
It's got some slight yarn variation.
Yeah, it's really, really. You can definitely see the difference. Whether or not the difference is worth it to you, that's up to you to decide. But you definitely will see the difference. If you're like me and you wear t-shirts often, then it's great to have some that you don't care about. A 4-pack for $18, and it's good to have some that you really like.
The thing I don't like about Hanes is they're just not, in my experience, they're not a stable fabric.
Oh no.
So like. You'll buy them and they'll feel great out of the package, and then you'll wash them for a while, and then at some point, like a year later, the fabric doesn't feel very good, and it also shrinks like crazy.
It shrinks weird.
It shrinks weird and shrinks crazy, and then you put it on, and it's like it becomes the t-shirt that you can wear at home, but you're never going to go outside.
Right.
You know,
so that's why I think it's good to have some that you don't care about.
Yeah.
If you like to wear t-shirts under a dress shirt, that's fine. If you like to wear t-shirts at home and no one sees you, these are the ones you go for.
Right.
But the Buck Mason tubular tee 2-pack is the ones that you wear out.
Sure.
They're nice, they're beefy, they're heavy, they're great. Next up is also from Buck Mason, their welterweight crew neck sweatshirt. It comes in a variety of colors. It's $150, a little bit less, but it's a nice medium weight. It's on the heavier side, but it's not super heavyweight. It's got that really nice V, which is an homage to the vintage crew neck sweatshirts.
Dorito.
The Dorito, yeah, exactly. Ostensibly to catch sweat.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know how true that is.
I've been writing about clothes for so long.
But it is a nice throwback to the vintage style. It's a little bit on the roomy side, which is nice.
What color?
I recommend, so if you're on a budget, I recommend just getting the basic gray.
Yeah.
The heathered gray. They do have some really cool colors, though. If you already have a sweatshirt in your stable, then I would recommend getting one in another color. I like the yellow and the red. Those are really nice to have, and they look great with jeans or chinos.
Yeah.
Next up is another vintage find, 2 vintage finds actually that I found on eBay. One is a Polo Ralph Lauren denim jacket in the style of the Lee's 101 for $80.
Yeah.
Which is a great deal. You would be hard pressed to find something with that style any cheaper than that. Next after that is a vintage Eddie Bauer down parka, which is really cool. I also really like this color. It's that cobalt blue that was really popular and now rarely seen. It's a really nice style. They've been making it since the 50s or 60s, at least the 60s. I don't know exactly when this was made. It says 80s, but The style really hasn't changed. You can buy something similar in other colors, such as red or green or tan. But I really like this cobalt blue, and it's only $125. It's super cheap. Next, we go into shoes, and shoes are kind of, they're versatile, but I chose different kinds of shoes to wear in different kinds of occasions. So if we go back to tailoring, I have a Merkvist Stenhammer 2, which is a terrible pronunciation. I have no idea how to pronounce that word, but it's the Merkvist Stenhammer 2 for $379. It's a loafer, Goodyear welted.
Penny loafer?
Penny loafer.
Okay.
In dark brown. You can get lighter brown or...
Want to hear the rest? Listen to the full episode and many more other exclusive episodes over on our Patreon. Visit patreon.com/Blamo to sign up and join the Blam fam. You also get access to our exclusive members-only Slack group where we chat about this and a ton of other things. So head over to patreon.com/Blamo and we'll see you there.